Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this makeup look, which I think is perfect for glasses. So basically I am just going to be explaining a couple techniques that I like using for my glasses people out there. I did post another kind of technique on my Instagram page, so if you didn't see that already, make sure to head over there and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel before you watch this video. So if you're interested to see how I created this look and learn a couple of tips and tricks for wearing glasses, then just keep on watching. So clearly I've already done my brows, I've primed my lids, and I've also put on some face primer. I'm gonna use the Colourpop Give It To Me Straight eyeshadow palette. It's super beautiful. And first I'm gonna go in to the shade Truth Hurts, which is a very beautiful, kind of warmer brown shade. And I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna dust this all over the crease. The trick with eyeshadow for glasses is that you really just want to make the eyes look as big as possible. So what I'm going to be doing is focusing kind of darker shades on the outer half of the crease. So what I like to do just to make my eyes pop is I like to bring that kind of lighter transition shade in the hollow of my eye, kind of towards the front. And I'm just really trying to get that in there to define kind of my eye shape and then also just kind of contour this inner crevice. So now that that shade is laid down really nicely, I'm going to pick up a little bit more detailed brush. I'm using the Alamar Cosmetics brushes. These are really awesome. This is the fluffier one that I just used for the crease. And then this is the one I'm gonna be using for a little bit more of the concentrated crease color. Kind of reminds me of like the MAC 217. It's just kind of got that like pinched shape to it. So now I'm gonna pick up the shade BS, which is kind of like more of a chestnut brown color. And I'm just gonna hug this right in the socket of the eye. It's kind of looking a little bit more orangey than I thought it was going to. So I'm probably gonna have to neutralize that a little bit. That's not what I was really going for. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Downright, which is kind of more of like a rosy pink, and that fluffier brush and just kind of go right over all of that. Hopefully that kind of dulls it down a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot better. Kind of trying to go for more of the pinky vibes today. So now I'm gonna go in with the Sigma blending brush. This is their E36. It's a really itty bitty little crease brush, super cute. And I'm gonna pick up the shade Actually, which is a very deep brown with like a hint of purple to it. And I'm just gonna bring this like right on the outer third of the crease. And what I like to do is I like to lay down this color. It looks a little funky at first, but just to really get that right where I want it. Now I have that shape. I'm gonna pick up just like a flat shader brush. This is just the MAC 230, I believe. And I'm just gonna stamp that on the outer part of the lid. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the shade Frank, which is kind of a taupey color, and just go right over the edge. The trick with glasses, I feel, is that you wanna bring more attention to your eyes, because I feel like they can kind of get like lost behind the glass. So just making them pop, the cat eye kind of look is super pretty. So what I'm going to do is pick up, ooh, this shade is really pretty. It's called Straight Up. It's kind of like a taupey champagne color. I'm just gonna spritz a little Fix Plus. And I'm kind of bringing that up into the crease a little bit, just so kind of makes my eye look a little bigger. And then for the outer part of the lid, I'm gonna pick up the shade Forthright. Kind of has a little bit more of like a burgundy undertone to it. And just kind of stamp that over where it's looking a little crazy. And then just kind of like lightly bring that into the lighter shade. And then I'm gonna pick up that darker color again and just touch up that outer corner. All right, so before I move on to the lower lash line, I'm gonna finish off the other eye. So I'm just gonna go hop off and do that really quickly, and I'll be right back. All right, now that both eyes are almost done, I'm gonna move on to the face. I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is one of my favorites. And I'm just gonna use a teeny bit of it because I really don't want that much coverage. So I'm just gonna kind of dot a little bit all over and then just blend it out. So the trick with glasses in foundation is obviously wherever the glasses are sitting on your face, that's where you wanna put the least amount of product. There's really no getting around makeup coming off where your glasses sit on your nose. No, there's no tricks of like putting more powder on, it'll prevent it. The more product you have, the worse, you know, transfer and just weirdness is gonna happen where the glasses are. There's just no going around that. So what I'm doing is I'm basically putting the foundation and everything like up here, but I'm not putting it here. And I'm focusing it just on like the tip of my nose and like the sides a little bit here. And then whatever is left over, like just the teeniest amount, and that's it. And then moving on to concealer, same kind of thing. Like normally if I'm not wearing glasses, I'll put concealer kind of down the line, like the bridge of my nose. We're not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna focus that like right in between the brows and the tip of the nose. And obviously like the normal places you would put concealer under your eyes. And basically I like turn the Beauty Blender and I'm just kind of like pushing that product down as much as possible rather than just kind of using that side that has all the foundation and stuff in it. And I didn't even tell you what concealer I'm using. I'm using the brand new Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. I like it so far. I like it a lot. It's definitely closer to full coverage in my opinion. I think it's pretty full coverage. But I'm really sensitive to like heavy matte concealers. This one's definitely on the thicker side, so I use a lot less and really blend it out. As much as I love a full coverage look, I really don't like cakey makeup. So I'll probably just go in with like a teeny bit more just right here. Now I'm gonna go in with the Sigma Precision brush. This is their 4D HD. It's like a little pyramid, it's super cute. And because this is such a detailed brush, I can just kind of apply it exactly where I need it. And I don't really bring the concealer that close to my eyes either because I'm gonna be putting eyeshadow there, so it's kind of pointless to just cake product. So I just try to not put that much near my eye. Then I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I love these powders. They're super, super thin and barely put powder on. I'm just kind of lightly setting. And I'm basically just using like the light color in the palette just to set where I put the concealer. And then I'm gonna use this powder because again, it's really lightweight, and just put a super light layer across where the glasses are gonna sit. And then I'm gonna do the rest of my face the same way that I would normally do it. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And then I'm just gonna use this blush color that's in the palette, but I'm gonna mix it with this blush, which is kind of more of a peachy shimmer. And I'm gonna dust a little bit of the blush combo, just right over kind of like the lower part of the bridge. I love mixing these two blushes. I feel like it's just the perfect natural undertone. And with glasses, I find that it looks really cute if you put a little bit more blush kind of on the apples of the cheeks right here. And I blend it back into my bronzer. All right, and then for highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop and KathleenLights Super Shock highlighter in on the Cusp, which is so stunning. It's this kind of like, probably more of a champagne, but it has a hint of gold to it. I like it a lot better than Flexitarian personally, because I feel like that one's just so pink and so white. Not really my jam. This one is just like the perfect color. And I love how these look on the skin. They don't emphasize wrinkles or dryness. And these are best applied with your finger or a beauty blender, but I find it's just a lot easier just to apply it with your finger. So now I'm gonna move on to the lower lash line. So the trick with the lower lash line, kind of like what we did on the top, is emphasizing those darker colors on the edges. But the magic trick is going to be using a nude color liner in the waterline, just to really open up the eyes. So I'm gonna pop that on really quickly. And then we're gonna do the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna use Sigma Smudge Brush. It's their E21. I'm just gonna pick up that darker shade. I'm just gonna go from dark to light. And I'm just gonna bring that right underneath the waterline, like really close to the lash line. And I'm just gonna probably stamp that on, just get more pigment first. I'm gonna stop about halfway, and I really wanna pack on more just on this outer corner. Now I'm gonna pick up a pencil brush, the Sigma E30, and I'm gonna use the shade Frank, which is kind of more of that neutral medium brown, and just smoke that out a little bit. So I'm gonna pick up, this is the lightest shade in the palette, and it's called Upfront. And I'm gonna mix it with the color that I put on the lid, which was kind of more of that taupey color, because I really want this color to be bright. And I'm just gonna put this right on the inner corner and kind of into that darker line that we were doing. And I'm gonna pick up the lighter shade. Still want it to be lighter. So basically what I'm doing is I'm creating more lightness by using kind of like a bright reflecting eyeshadow in this inner part of the eye, and then I'm gonna put more kind of here. And what that's gonna do is really open up the eyes and bring more attention to the center of your face. And then by adding these darker colors here, that's really gonna lift and open the eye. And just packing on that light shade, really making that inner corner pop. And I just kind of lightly bring it up into the shade on the lid. You can do this like really lightly if you're not a huge fan of this, or what you can do is just kind of leave it bare, or use like the lightest shade in your palette and just lightly dust it on this inner part. That way it's not just kind of like an abrupt difference between the two. And what you can do is just kind of take like that medium brown color, just so it's kind of like a soft ombre. But I love mixing shimmers and mattes. I think that's really, really pretty. And then just gonna put some mascara on. This is just the mini version of the Milk Kush mascara, which is my favorite. And then what I'm doing is I'm brushing the lashes on the outer part of my eye, and I'm brushing them out. Gives a little bit more of that cat eye effect. And I just think it's really flattering with this eyeshadow shape that we have going on. All right, and I just realized I forgot to highlight my brow bone. And I'm just gonna pick up that shade Upfront that was in the Colourpop palette. Ooh, that's pretty. And just go right underneath the high point of my brow. I feel like this look looks really complex, but really you don't have to spend that much time blending it because it's a very soft, like diffused look. It looks like you put a lot of effort into your makeup, and I felt like it was really easy to do. I'm also probably the most impatient blender on YouTube, because I think a lot of people can sit there and just blend forever and forever, and that's just something they enjoy doing, I guess. And as much as I love like the result of it, I just don't have the patience to sit there and just like for like 20 minutes per eye. Like I can't do that. So I'm just kind of sloppy with it. I stick with formulas that are easy to blend and work with because I'm just that person. So this is the eye look, and then we're just gonna finish it off by putting on a lip color, and I'm just gonna stick with like a nude. And I got these new colors from Becca, and I'm just gonna use, it's their new lip liner. They sent me all the colors, which was extremely nice. And I'm gonna be filming a video with that very soon. And I'm just gonna pick the shade called Pouty. These are super creamy, they're twist up, and they also have, oh wow, it's like a synthetic little bendy piece here, and I guess that's how you can clean up the lip line. That is very crafty. Then I'm gonna go in with, yeah, the shade's pretty. So this is called Sugar, super pretty, light, like dusty rose color. And then for the grand finale, the glasses, which probably are gonna be hard with all these lights, but I'll try and turn. I just think it really opens up the eyes, they're defined, and I think it's really flattering when you have glasses. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed before you head out of here. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.